Jason Carter had just pulled into his driveway, exhausted yet proud as he admired his new home. But across the street, Karen Wilson watched with narrowed eyes, clutching her phone with suspicion. The moment Jason stepped out of his car and closed the garage, she dialed 911, whispering frantically about a suspicious black man breaking into a house. Within minutes, flashing red and blue lights flooded the street, and 2 police officers stormed out, ordering Jason to raise his hands. Confused but composed, Jason complied, his frustration growing as Karen stood smugly on her porch, arms crossed. "He doesn't belong here," she snapped. Jason, keeping his voice calm, handed over his ID and proof of homeownership, watching as the officers' faces shifted with realization. "Sir, this checks out. Our apologies," but Karen, unwilling to back down, scoffed, insisting it was a forgery. That's when Jason smirked, pulling out his phone. "Karen, since you're so interested in my business, let's talk about yours," he said, scrolling to a file labeled Neighborhood Secrets. The officers exchanged glances as Jason revealed damning evidence. Karen was under investigation for embezzling HOA funds, siphoning thousands meant for community improvements. Karen's smug expression crumbled. "That's ridiculous," she stammered, but the officers were already focused on her now, their questions turning to her shady financial dealings. Jason watched as the panic set in, Karen backpedaling, her once confident demeanor unraveling before his eyes. "Funny how that works, huh?" he muttered, shaking his head as Karen was led inside for questioning. With a final glance at the flashing lights and the crumbling woman who had tried to ruin his night, Jason turned on his heel and walked into his home, this time undisturbed.